In this Microsoft Excel tutorial, we're going to learn how to work with Solver. There will be a time that you may have a complex business problem to consider. And Solver gives us the ability to do research and find optimal solutions for our business problems. And in this example, I have come up with a scenario of where I'm going to be starting a new company. And when I build my new company, what I would like to do is purchase machinery. I have a budget for the machines that I'd like to purchase of $1 million, and I have a maintenance budget of 10% of my equipment budget, so it's $100,000. I'm looking to have a mix of all three types of machines because they have different associated capabilities. They each produce different output, and I'm looking to follow some rules to each machine that I end up with. What I'm hoping to accomplish is to get machine 1, which is the most expensive machine, to have that be at least 50% of the total machines I buy, machine 2 to be at least 20% of the total machines I buy, and machine 3 to be at least 25% of the total machines I buy. And what I'm looking to accomplish is to maximize my total monthly production in any given month by having the optimal number of machines that meet these constraints. So what I've done here is if I go to each of my cells, you'll see that I've plugged in formulas. So you'll see my total amount available is the sum of the equipment budget and maintenance budget. My monthly production is multiply my units produced by the number of machines to buy, and then you'll see my total machines. That's going to add up the three different rows of each machine. My machine cost, that is going to be each machine times the number to buy. My maintenance cost, again, will be each machine's maintenance cost times the number of buy. And then I'll figure out my total machine cost, and I will subtract that off of my amount available to see how many funds I have left over. And then I'm looking to get my total monthly production figured out. So once I have my template built and my business problem scenario built out, I can test it and just see, like, do all my formulas work, make sure that I'm getting expected results, and then just verify everything is looking good. Now, it would be really complicated for me to try to figure out, what's the optimal number to buy just by plugging numbers in trial and error. So Excel gives us the ability to solve this using the capability called Solver. You may not have it already turned on. You may need to enable it. And the first thing you want to do to enable it, if you go to File and you go to Options, you'll go down to the add-ins. You'll go down to Excel add-ins and click Go. And in this section, you're going to want to check the box for the Solver add-on. That'll make sure it's enabled for you. Once it's enabled, if you go to your Data tab, you'll see Solver here under Analyze. With Solver, we're going to configure basically everything that we're trying to accomplish here. So our objective is basically cell B17 here. We want the total monthly production to be optimized. So that's our objective. Now, to get to that objective, we're going to change the variable cells, and that's going to be here, these three. And this allows you to have multiple variable cells getting changed to figure out your optimal result. Previously in another tutorial, I showed you Goal Seek. Goal Seek only allowed you to manipulate one variable. Solver will let you manipulate several variables. And what we have to do now to make this work is we have to put all of our constraints in that are our business rules that we're trying to accomplish. So the first thing that I like to do is to focus in on the the values that we're going to be changing. We're not going to buy partial units of machines. We have to buy whole units of machines. So the first thing I'd like to do is take each one of these cell references and ensuring that those are going to become integers when all said is and done. Okay, so we don't end up with no fractional results for any of those. So we'll do it to E8, 9, and 10. So I gotta do it for each of those, because we will not be able to purchase a partial machine. So that's our first constraint, is that we have to buy whole units. Our next constraint is our total machine cost here has to be less than or equal to our total amount available. Okay, so what we do here is set that up. So you'll see that B15, which is my total machine cost, is less than or equal to B4, which is my total amount available. And I'll click add. And then another constraint I'm going to have is my total maintenance cost has to be less than or equal to my maintenance budget. Oops. And be careful when you're setting this up. Like what I just did was I clicked on the total maintenance cost and I didn't move over to the constraint, and it ended up overriding it with the maintenance budget. So just be careful that you're watching when you click. So total maintenance cost here needs to be less than or equal to the constraint is the maintenance budget. And then I'm going to add one more, and I'm going to say my total machine cost needs to be less than or equal to my equipment budget. Okay, so if I look now, I have the core constraints set up. They all have to be integers, and they all have to be less than or equal to the total maintenance amount. Needs to be less than or equal to the maintenance amount I have. The total equipment cost needs to be less than my total amount available, and my total machine cost has to be less than or equal to the amount available. That solves the majority of this, but the next I have to put in some other constraints to solve my business rules. So my next one is going to be machine 1 must be at least 50% of total machines. So if I click add, I'm going to say, okay, machine number 1, the number to buy has to be at least, so it's got to be greater than or equal to the total machines, which is there, which I calculated out, times 0.5, which is 50%. Okay, so I'm going to add that one. And the next one I'm going to say is machine 2, which is here. It needs to be greater than or equal to total machines times 0.2. And I'll click add, and I'll do the third one. And then the third one is going to be machine 3 has to be greater than or equal to 0.25 times the total machines. And if I click OK, I have all of my constraints set up now, and I can click solve. And this will run, and when a result is found, it will let us know that a result was found and everything worked good. So at the conclusion of my scenario, I'm able to maximize my production at 2,057 units. I'm going to have $117,000 left over, and I'm going to end up with 13 machine 1s, 6 machine 2s, and 7 machine 3s. Now, granted, I still have funds left over, but you'll notice why I have so much funds left over is because I came close to that total maintenance cost. It optimized my solution, but it got me really close, within just a little over $100 of my maintenance budget. And I do not want to be spending more than 10% of my total equipment budget for maintenance costs. So you'll see, 99,000 is higher than 10% of the total machine cost. And that's just because you'll see that some of these machines, especially machine number one, you end up having a pretty high maintenance cost. Again, just to kind of recap here, and I'll bring the solver back up, you can manipulate these constraints that you have. This is a fairly complex scenario. It's manipulating 3 different variables to optimize your production, which is your set of your objective there. So again, once you've established your layout of your business problem, set up all of the formulas, and then you can go ahead into Solver and you can configure your constraints and set your objectives and set what variables you want to change. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to put them below. Consider following me by subscribing to my channel. You can also reach out and contact me for additional help by going to ProfessorWolfe.com. Thank you and enjoy.